alaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. Welcome back to your today's English class. Now, in the previous class, we completed with unit 1. Okay. So now we are directly starting from unit 3. We are directly starting from unit 3. Now, in unit 3, the first chapter for you is Taro's Reward. Now, this Taro is a name of a little boy, and we will learn in the story what is the reward that this Taro got. Okay, and for what he got this reward. So, a young woodcutter named Taro lived with his mother and father on a lonely hillside. So, I hope all of you all are also sitting with textbooks, pencil in your hands. So, when I read, you see in your books as well. Okay. So, we have seen in the first paragraph that Taro is a young woodcutter. It means what was his job? His job was to cut wood. His job was to cut wood. Okay. And he lived with his parents on a lonely hillside. See, hillside means you might have seen in the northern areas on mountains, villages are there. And they are very small villages. And they have the houses on hills, right? So he also was living on a hillside. All day long he chopped wood in the forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money. Now all day long means the entire day what he was doing? He was chopping. Chopping means he was cutting wood in the forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money. So he was working very hard. The whole day he used to cut wood, but still he got very less money. This made him sad. He was a thoughtful son and wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. Okay, now this made Taro sad. What made Taro sad? That he was earning less money. Okay. And because he was earning less money, he was not able to fulfill wish of his parents. Okay, so he was a thoughtful son. Over here, thoughtful son means that he always, wanted to make his parents happy. He wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. So this was the first paragraph. Now come to the second paragraph. One evening, when Taro and his parents were sitting in a corner of their hut, a strong wind began to blow. It means what happened? One evening, when Taro was at home, all the three were at home. It might be, winters, right? It was cold outside, and as they are living on a hillside, it's obvious that there would be wind, around that area. Okay, so they always sitting in a corner of a hut, because he was earning very less money. This shows that he might not be having a big bungalow, right? He was having a very small house, that is a hut. Okay, and strong wind, it was blowing outside. So what happened now in the hut? There were cracks. There were cracks in the hut. Now because there were cracks in the hut, what happened? The wind, came inside through those cracks, and because of which they all were feeling very cold. Suddenly, and everyone felt suddenly Taro's father said, I wish I had a cup of sake. It would warm me and do my old heart good. So now Taro's father is saying, suddenly, because they felt very cold, So he said, I wish I had a cup of sake. It means I wish I had one drink, that is sake. What is the meaning of sake? Sake means a drink. Okay, a juice. So he said, if I had that juice, it would do me good. Okay, I would feel very good because in this winter, in this cold. So this was the second paragraph. Now come to the third paragraph. This made Taro sadder than ever, for the heartwarming drink called sake was very expensive. Now Taro became very sad. Why? He became more sad. Why was he more sad? Because that sake which his father wished was very expensive. How do I earn more money? He asked himself. Now he was asking himself. What he was asking himself? That how do I earn more money? How do I get little sake for my poor old father? He decided to work harder than before. So now he was saying, he was wishing that what would I do? Which work should I do? And how should I work that I earn more and more money and buy little drink, buy little juice for my father, and he would feel good. So now what Taro decided? Taro decided, I am going to work more hard. Okay. So now come to the fourth paragraph. Next morning, Taro jumped out of bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut, and the sun climbed, and soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. Now, next morning, what happened? He used to wake up early. Now he woke up more early than before. Okay. And he went to the forest. Directly he went to the forest. Now he was cutting down wood, cutting wood. And it was almost afternoon. And now because when it's afternoon, what happens? Sun is above your head. Right? So now he was feeling hot. So what he did? He removed his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet with sweat. Now what happened? His mouth was dry. It means because he was continuously working hard, continuously cutting down the wood. What happened now? He was feeling so hot. His mouth was dry. He wanted to drink water. He was sweating. Sweat means pasina. Right? My poor old father, he thought, if only he was as warm as I. So he thought, I wish even my father was so much warm. And with that, he began to chop even faster, thinking of the extra money he must earn to buy the sake to warm the old man's bone. So now what happened? Taro, when he used to stop, he got his father's thought in his mind. So what he used to do? He used to start cutting down the wood again. And why? Thinking that I would earn more money and give my father that little sake so that he also feels warm. Okay, so here we complete with the fourth paragraph. Okay, so till the fourth paragraph, what we have studied, that there was one young woodcutter named Taro. He was a woodcutter, and by selling that wood, he earned very little money, because of which he used to become very sad. Yes? Now, he was a thoughtful son. He wanted to fulfill each and every wish of his parents. But he thinking this, used to become sad because he didn't have much money. Now, one day what happened? One evening, because it was cold outside, they all were there in the corner of one house, of their hut. There were cracks in the hut, due to which the wind came inside through those cracks, and they all felt very cold. Now suddenly Taro's father wished that I wish I had a sake. It means I wish I had a juice which would make me warm, which would make me feel better in this cold. So now Taro became more sad, so he decided to work more hard. He woke up early, very much early than before. He went in the forest, he was cutting down the wood, continuously cutting down the wood. Right? And what happened? When it was almost afternoon, he felt very hot. Okay, he removed his jacket and he was feeling very thirsty also. And that time he thought, I wish even my father was warm like me. Okay, so then this thought made him more sad, and then he started chopping down again. Okay, now let's continue. Then suddenly Taro stopped chopping. What was that sound he heard? Could it be possibly be rushing water? So now, when he was chopping down, he heard some voice. As if there must be a waterfall. Okay. So he was thinking, is it some waterfall? Rushing water means, is it a waterfall? Taro could not remember even seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. So now Taro was thinking. What was Taro thinking? He is thinking that from many years I am chopping down the wood. But till now I have never heard of a waterfall. Okay, rushing stream means waterfall. Okay, so I have never heard of a waterfall in this forest. He was thirsty. The axe dropped out of his hands and he ran the direction of the sound. So now, because he was thirsty, so what happened? He dropped the axe. It means he dropped his axe down and he went to drink water in the direction of the sound he heard. Come to the sixth paragraph. Taro saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind a rock, kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly. So now, from behind the rocks, what did he see? He saw there was a very beautiful waterfall. Okay. Now, where the waterfall, from the rocks, when the water was falling down, and it was flowing, he kneeled down, and what he did, he cupped a little in his hands and put it to his lips. Cupped means, see, when we want to gather water by hands, okay, we bring both of our hands together and then collect water, yes, and then we drink in from our hands, right? So that way he drank. Was it water or was it sake? Now he was thinking, he drank and he was like, was it water or was it sake? Sake means juice. He tasted it again and again, and always it was delicious sake instead of cold water. See, if it is a waterfall, it is supposed to be cold water, isn't it? But he tasted again and again, and what was it? It was not water. It was a sake fall. You can say a juice fall, right? That was not water. Instead, it was a juice, which his father was wishing for. Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had with him and hurried home. See, pitcher. Pitcher means pot. Pitcher means pot. Okay. See, with the pitcher over here, which is carrying, no? This is called pot. Okay. This is called pot. So that is called pitcher. So what he did, he filled that pitcher with that sake, and he went home to give his father. The old man was delighted with the sake. See, delighted means he was, now very much happy. He was very much happy. See, drinking the sake. Okay. Then after only one swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and he did little dance in the middle of the floor. So now what happened? See, after drinking one sip means ek ghut pine ke baad, what happened? He stopped shivering. He was feeling cold, because of which he asked to drink sake, right? So he stopped shivering and he started dancing on the floor. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. So now that afternoon only, see, he was working since early in the morning, no? So when it was almost afternoon, he saw this waterfall. So he came back home. Okay. Now that afternoon, what happened? One neighbor came to visit them. Okay. One neighbor came to their house. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of the sake. Now politely means, very nicely, Taro's father gave a sake to that neighbor. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Greedily means she was drinking it again and again, and she thanked that man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. Now obviously, because they were very much old, neighbor would ask, from where did you get this drink? How did you bring this? And all the questions he would ask, right? So now what happened? The Taro said the whole story of that magic waterfall. Okay? Now, she left in a hurry. Now, do you think that lady would stop after listening about the magic waterfall? By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. So, by nightfall means by night, the whole village knew about the story of Taro. Now, that evening, there was a long procession of visitors. Procession means there was a long, big, huge queue. Queue means line. Queue means line. Of whom? Of the visitors means of the people living in their village. Okay. Then what happened? Each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the sake. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. So what every individual used to do? Every individual used to go near to the Taro. They used to listen about the story, have one sip. Sip means good. Sip means good. Okay. They have one sip and they used to leave. Okay. And less than an hour, because there was a huge line, no. So it was almost in an hour, the pitcher, it means the pot was empty. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. So now Taro woke up very much early. जो पहले उठता था ना उससे भी ज़्यादा जल्दी उठा and he went. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. So now what happened? Taro every day used to carry one medium-sized pitcher in the pot in which he used to take water, right? So now what happened? The largest pot which he had in the house, no, he took with him. And what he intended means he decided to go to the waterfall first. When he reached it, he found that, to his great surprise, all of his neighbors were there. Now when he reached the rock nearby the waterfall, he had seen that each and every neighbor was there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, buckets, anything they could find to hold the magic sake. Now they all were having pitchers. Pitchers means pots, jar, buckets means balti. सब लेकर आ गए सब वो सेक लेने के लिए. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. अब one villager knelt. Knelt means अपने घुटनों पे गया and he drank that waterfall. He drank again and again. Now he was drinking again and again. He shouted angrily, "Water! Nothing but water!" Now they all were shouting at whom? They were shouting at Taro. Okay, the neighbor was shouting, "It's only simple water." Taro ने हमसे झूठ कहा, right? See, when Taro went to the waterfall, what was it? It was a simple सेक. इट वॉज नॉट अ वाटर, राइट. बट ये इन लोगों ने जब पानी पिया, वो वाटरफॉल से पिया, तो क्या था वो? सिंपल पानी. Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. So the rest of them also tried. Okay, but what happened? It was not water. It was not sake. It was only water. अब इतने सारे लोग इतनी उम्मीदों के साथ आए हैं, अब क्या हुआ होगा? Let us see. "We have been tricked," shouted the villagers. Now we have been tricked. Tricked means fooled. Okay. Where is Taro? Let us drown him in this waterfall. So now they all were asking, ये तारो कहाँ गया? तारो को लाओ और हम उसको drown means बहा देना. We'll throw him into this waterfall. But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock. When he saw how things were going, he was nowhere to be found. So तारो ने ये सब पीछे से देख लिया था ना रॉक के, तो उसे क्या किया तारो ने? वो छुप से वो चला गया कहीं और कोई उसे ढूंढ नहीं पाया. Muttering their anger and disappointment. Muttering means they always speaking, everyone were continuously speaking about the disappointment, their sadness. The villagers left the place one by one. So one by one now they all were leaving and they were very much angry on Taro. Why? Because they were thinking Taro fooled them. Yes? But we know what was the truth. Taro ने तो सही कहा था. Taro को तो वो सेक ही था वो waterfall, but इन सब के लिए वो पानी था. Taro came out from his hiding place. Now जब सब चले गए, he came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Now he was thinking, क्या ये सच है? क्या वो मेरा सपना था? Was the sake a dream? Now he was thinking, क्या वो सेक मेरा सपना था? So now he thought, let me go and check again. Once more he caught a little liquid in his hand and put to his lips. So again उसने अपने हाथ में पानी लिया और उसने अपने पिया. It was the sake, fine sake, same fine sake. Now again when he drank, he saw it was a sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it gave only cold water. So अब ये सच हुआ. क्या सच हुआ? कि Taro, because he was always thinking about his parents and he came early in the village to work more, he came early in the forest to work more hard, to cut wood so that he can earn more money. ये waterfall जो उसके लिए जूस था, वो उसके लिए क्या था? रिवॉर्ड था. और बाकी सबके लिए वो सिंपल पानी था. Okay. Then what happened? The story of this magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. Now what happened? ये स्टोरी बहुत फेमस हो गई ना. ये क्यों फेमस हो गई ये स्टोरी? क्योंकि सबके लिए पानी था, तारो के लिए जूस था, है ना. तो ये द रूलर ऑफ जापान, द स्टोरी रूलर ऑफ जापान को पता चली. ही सेंट फॉर द यंग वुड कटर एंड रिवॉर्डेड हिम with 20 pieces of gold for have being so good and so kind. So now ye woodcutter ko the ruler of Japan, the king of Japan, he gave many gifts and 20 pieces of gold. Why? Because he was good and kind to his parents. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. So the most beautiful fountain जो था ना, सबसे beautiful fountain waterfall जो था ना, वो किसका नाम रखा उस पे? तारो. This, said the emperor, was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. Okay, so ये क्यों किया ruler ने? तारो को गिफ्ट दिया, waterfall नो तारो के नाम पे रखा. क्यों? So that the other children also learn and they respect their parents, they obey, they listen to what their parents tell them. And that is also what we learn from the story, that we should always listen to our parents. Okay, so this is the entire story of Taro's reward. Okay, so here we complete with the story, and the PDF for this will be forwarded in the group.